good evening. I wouldn't say you become Hitchcock, because you can't become anyone, but you just try and find a way to balance it to not make it a caricature, like a kind of waxworks from the Wax Museum or anything. But he was a man who probably concealed the inner vulnerability.
His whole persona was based on an enigma. The idea of approaching someone who really didn't give any emotions out and do an emotional film about him, to me, was fascinating. He just wanted to jolt himself awake, you know, at age 60. But I love this idea of people creating second acts for themselves.
Are you sure about this? It's so unlike you.
That is exactly the point, my dear.
You never quite know the truth of what goes on behind closed doors. Everyone has their different perceptions of what that life was.
I felt this was a unique opportunity to sort of peel back the curtain a little bit and look into this guy that we don't really know much about. I felt the focus should really be the love story between Alfred and Alma, and the heart of that story is this incredible, dynamic, complex, contradictory, beautiful, painful relationship between these two creative collaborators.
You always know precisely where to plunge the dagger, don't you?
Right between the shoulder blades. I learnt it from your pictures.
I loved the idea of the parallel of this relationship with the making of Psycho and the bringing of those sort of themes together.
Killing off your leading lady halfway through. I mean, you are intrigued, are you not, my dear?
Actually, I think it's a huge mistake. You shouldn't wait till halfway through. Kill her off after 30 minutes.
Wow.
When we find Hitch and Alma in this stage of their lives, we experience, you know, the kind of valley that they're now, you know, up against.
The new masters of suspense. Why do they keep looking for new ones when they still have the original?
How does Alma pull Hitch out of the funk, and what does it mean to be two people in the kind of autumn of a relationship, and how do you keep that love alive?
I'm going to ask you this once, and I'll never mention it again. Why this one, Hitch?
Do you remember the fun we had when we started out all those years ago?
When you're dealing with real life, it's always pretty difficult anyway. You know, to what extent do you sacrifice reality for dramatic reality? So that's always a bit of an issue.
I'm under extraordinary pressures on this picture, and the least you could do is give me your full support.
Full support? I am your wife, Alma Reville.
This is a fictional adaptation of what could have happened and what probably did happen, but, you know, with our own creative liberties.
His satisfaction was in getting the audience, you know, going, and he's still doing it. What greater testament to a filmmaker that he's able to achieve this, you know, years after he's passed on.